Welcome, I'm Chris Chase with the Western Flyer Foundation. This is another in the series of stories, shorts, and outtakes from the Western Flyer. In this episode, we hear from Dr. Susan Shillinglaw. Since 1984, Susan's been a professor of English at San Jose State University. For 18 years, she served as the director of the university's Center for Steinbeck Studies, and she's widely published on the subject of John Steinbeck. She's also a founding board member of the Western Flyer Foundation. And today she reads one of her favorite excerpts from the log from the Sea of Cortez. If you've been listening along since the beginning of this series, you're going to start to hear that theme repeated again and again. Jordan talked about reaching out to the past. Gilly talked about the unconscious memories of our ancestors. And Ray Troll read about from the tide pools to the stars and back again. If you listen closely to the words Susan reads today, I think you'll hear that same theme repeated again.
I'm going to read for the introduction of Sea of Cortez, and I love this passage, and it starts out with the sense of possibility of going into the Gulf and writing nonfiction. We said, let us go wide open. Let us see what we see, record what we find, and not fool ourselves with conventional scientific strictures. We could not observe a completely objective Sea of Cortez anyway. For in that lonely and uninhabited Gulf, our boat and ourselves would change it the moment we entered. By going there, we would bring a new factor to the Gulf. Let us consider that factor and not be betrayed by this myth of permanent objective reality. If it exists at all, it's only available in pickled tatters or in distorted flashes. Let us go, we said, into the Sea of Cortez, realizing we become forever a part of it, that our rubber boots slogging through a flat of eelgrass, that the rocks we turn over in a tide pool, make us truly and permanently a factor in the ecology of the region. We shall take something away from it, but we shall leave something too. And if we seem a small factor in a huge pattern, nevertheless, it is of relative importance. We take a colony of soft corals from a rock in a little water world, and that isn't terribly important to the tide pool. 50 miles away, the Japanese shrimp boats are dredging with overlapping scoops, bringing up tons of shrimps, rapidly destroying the species so that it may never come back, and with the species destroying the ecological balance of the whole region. That isn't very important in the world. And thousands of miles away, the great bombs are falling, and the stars are not moved thereby. None of it's important, or all of it is.